Okay, May 1st, Wednesday, May 1st, already. We're going to get a good stretch. Here's our reading. I mentally picture myself radiant, strong, successful, happy, full of joy, and full of life. I see myself moving upwards. I leave behind the darkness and confusion to enter an increasing brightness and loveliness. I visualize myself progressing, growing, and winning at everything I do. So, just a good positive affirmation to leave behind what's not working for you, leave behind the negativity, and visualize yourself moving forward, getting stronger, being happy, being successful, being radiant, being the light of the world. So that's we just keep our vision on what we want, not what we don't want. That's easier said than done, but let's do that. So let's get started on our back, knees bent or legs stretched out. See what will feel good for your body tonight. Every day we're a little different, right? We might be a little more tired. We might have a little more energy. Some days we have no aches and pains. Some days we have aches and pains. So every day we're a little different. So as you settle down onto your mat, just let the body feel the floor underneath. Feel this support of the floor. Let the body start to relax and soften down into the mat. I like to think of when I place my body on the floor like a piece of dough, maybe pizza dough or some kind of dough on the counter. And as it sits on the counter, it just kind of softens and spreads out a little bit. So maybe try to think of the muscles, the back, the hips, the shoulders, just softening and spreading out and relaxing. We'll work on our breath. Inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the belly fall. We're just working on a little belly breathing. Little tuck of the chin, relax the neck, the jaw, relax the eyes, relax the ears. We're going to do a little breathing technique. So when we inhale, we're going to take in little pieces of inhale. So you're just taking in little sips of inhale through the nose until you can't take in any more inhale. And then when you exhale, you're going to let go of that exhale in little pieces, as if sometimes if you're like letting air out of a balloon, you let out just a little, and then you let out a little, and then you let out a little. So that's how we're going to do this breathing. We inhale in little pieces. It doesn't matter. You don't have to count. Just keep inhaling in little spurts until you can't fit any more inhale. And then you're going to exhale in little spurts until there's no more exhale let to go. When you inhale, you're going to feel that belly rise or expand. You'll feel the rib cage expand a little bit in those little increments. When you exhale, the rib cage is going to start to relax. The belly is going to start to fall in those little increments with the breath. It doesn't matter if it's even number on the inhale or even on the exhale. It's just until there's no more inhale to come in, no more room for it. And you exhale till there's nothing left to let go. So really controlling our breath here. There's just a slight little pause after each little sip or little segment of inhale, a slight little pause after each little piece, little bit of exhale. After your next exhale, then let go of that little segment breathing. Let the body breathe however it wants to breathe. Let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. If your knees are bent, let's one at a time stretch the legs out. Take a full body stretch. Stretch both arms up overhead, palms face the sky. Spread the fingers. Let's flex the feet. Waistline lifts off the mat. Stretch one side longer and then the other side longer. So just a little slow side to side stretch. Feel your hips and shoulders shift on the mat. Your head will probably roll a little side to side or shift a little on the mat. If one side feels a little tighter, stay a little longer on that tighter feeling side. Now bring arms and legs to center. We'll bring the arms down by our side. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. You can adjust your clothing, adjust hips and shoulders on the mat. With your knees bent, feet on the floor, we're going to rock the hips side to side. So a little rocking motion. Loosen up the legs. Loosen up the hips. Little massage for our low back. You might feel it up into the waistline and rib cage, depending on how far to the side your knees go. Let's bring our knees to center. Walk the feet down about maybe a footprint down away from the hips. Walk the feet as wide as the mat so your feet can feel the edges of the mat. We're gonna do that little same rocking side to side. Let your knees go to the right. Let them come to center. Let them go to the left. So a little bit of side to side. But this time our feet are wider apart. And this time the feet are a little further down towards the bottom of the mat. Let's go one more time, both knees to the right. One more time, both knees to the left. And then we'll bring the knees straight up, pointing up towards the ceiling. We're gonna work our side and our hips a little. Keep your left knee pointing up. Let the right knee fall over towards the left side of the mat, any amount. Don't force it. Just let gravity take it over to the left. Couple breaths here. Just feel it in the hip itself, maybe in the outer glute area, maybe in the thigh. Now we're going to get a little active with this. So we're going to isometrically move the right knee down towards your left foot. So that right hip will kind of lift up a little bit, and isometrically just kind of moving that right foot away over towards that left edge of the mat, down towards that left corner of the mat, I guess I should say. Good. Relax that isometric, bring that right knee back up. Good. Adjust hips and just feel that in right side, left side. And then we're going to keep the right knee pointing up and let the left knee fall over to the right. So any amount, the outside edge of your left foot kind of comes off the mat. You're more onto that, rolling onto that left arch. And you're just going to breathe there. Don't force it. Now we're going to make it a little more dynamic. So we're going to isometrically move the left knee towards that right side of the mat, down towards the right corner of the mat. So you'll feel that left hip lift, maybe that left glute engages. Nice breaths. Don't hold the breath. You might feel your belly stretch a little. And then relax that isometric stretch. We're going to bring that left knee back up. Now just rock the hips side to side. Keep the feet wide, but just let the knees kind of go side to side. Next time your knees go to the left, let's leave both knees over to the left. We'll stay here for a little stretch. If you want a little bit more stretch into it, pick up your left foot and place it on the outside edge of the right leg. It's going to give that stretch a little bit more weight, a little deeper stretch. If that doesn't feel good, just keep your left foot down on the floor. You picked up the left foot. Let's bring it down to the mat. We're going to inhale the knees to center. Make sure your feet are still as wide as the mat. And then we'll exhale, let both knees fall to the right. And we'll just hang out here, both knees going to the right. If you want a little bit more weight into this stretch, pick up the right foot, place it on the outer left leg. And it gives it a little bit deeper, weightier stretch, but that might not feel good. So if it doesn't, just keep the right foot down on the mat. Big, slow belly breaths. And if you picked up the right foot, let's bring it back down to the floor. Let's bring both knees back up. Adjust your hips. Walk the feet in a little closer. Walk the feet together and a little bit more in towards your hips. We're going to go into a pelvic tilt. So let's even stack our knees over our heels. We're going to inhale, lift your waistline off the mat. Exhale, press the waistline down. So inhale, lift the waistline, tailbone tips down towards the floor. Exhale, press the waistline down, tailbone lifts up off the mat. So just a little rocking of the hips and pelvis. Forward and back. Slow with your breath. Nice inhales when you lift the waistline. Complete exhales when you press the waistline down. Good. Now come to a neutral pelvis. So waistline not pressing down, tailbone not tipping down. We're going to stretch our right foot up to the sky and let's circle our right ankle in one direction. Let your toes move around. Circle in the opposite direction. Promise me you'll always work with your feet and ankles. Keep those feet and ankles mobile, no matter how old you get. Let's point and flex the right foot. So just something this simple, so good to do as we get older. And with the foot up towards the sky, we're moving lymph fluid. Naturally, that lymph fluid, gravity is going to bring that lymph fluid down into the groin area. Sometimes our feet and ankles, calves can get a little swollen. Let's keep the right foot flexed. Exhale, hug the right knee in to the chest. Stretch the left leg out on the mat. Both feet are flexed. Let's work our upper body a little bit. Press both shoulder blades down into the floor. And the spine, right in between the shoulder blades, see if you can feel like it lifts up off the mat a little bit. Chest expands. Working those upper back muscles, working the chest muscles. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And let's relax. Relax the upper back. Bend your left knee, left foot to the floor. And then bring your right foot to the floor. Adjust hips and shoulders, get even. We're going to stretch our left foot up to the sky. And we'll circle our left ankle in one direction. Let your toes wiggle around. Circle in the opposite direction. If you're ever on a long plane ride, you can do ankle circles and point and flex. That helps when you're sitting for a long time on a plane ride. Let's point and flex now our left foot, left ankle. Feel that stretch all the way in the back of the leg, the bottom of the foot, the plantar fascia tendon. Keep your left foot flexed. Exhale, hug the left knee into the chest. Tuck the chin, relax your shoulders. We're gonna slide that right leg out. Both feet are flexed. Let's work the upper body. Press the shoulder blades down into the mat. Feel the spine right in between the shoulder blades. Lift up off the mat a little. It's not going to lift up much, but just feel a little lift right in between those shoulder blades. Feel your chest muscles engage and those belly breaths. Relax the upper back. You'll feel the spine there. Rest on the mat. We're going to bend our right knee, right foot to the floor, bring our left foot to the floor, both feet on the mat. We're going to rock the hips side to side. Good. Bring the knees to center. Let's grab our yoga strap and we'll come back down onto our back. You can unwind the strap and fold your strap in half. We're going to use it for our upper body here, so we don't need the whole length of the strap. So you can fold it in half. Come back down onto your back. You can have your knees bent or your legs stretched out, doesn't matter. We're going to hold that strap in the hands, maybe about 2 feet apart. We're going to hold it up over the chest, and let's pull the strap apart. So feel that into the arms, into the chest. And you might want the hands a little wider if your shoulders are tight. We're going to inhale, keep pulling the strap apart. And as you inhale, lower the strap towards the floor overhead. The whole time you're pulling the strap apart. Feel free to widen the hands a little. Keep pulling it apart and exhale, lift it back up over the chest. So that's our movement. Inhale, we lower the strap any amount. Your hands might touch the floor, but they might not. And exhale, we lift it back up over the chest. The whole time you're pulling the strap apart. So it's real dynamic. Notice if one arm is a little stronger, wants to pull over to the side, try to keep the arms really even. Don't go to one side or the other. Let's do one more. We're going to inhale, lower the strap towards the floor. One last time. Exhale, lift it up over the chest, and then lower the arms. So that's a lot of good arm work, upper back, shoulder work. Now we're going to use the strap for our feet. So you can open the strap the full length. Keep your left knee, bend your left knee, left foot on the floor if it's not already. Take the strap and put it around the bottom of the right foot, and we're going to stretch that right foot up to the sky. You're going to hold each end of the strap in each hand. Push the foot up towards the ceiling, but pull the strap down. So it's opposing each other. The foot's trying to push away up towards the ceiling, and your hands are pulling the strap back down. Really great for your hip joint, hip health, your femur strength. Now relax that opposing forces. Hold both ends of the strap in the right hand. Bring the left arm to your side. The left palm is up. Keep weight in the left side, and we're going to inhale, open the right leg about halfway out. Even if you could go farther, just go halfway. You might slide the hand down the strap so your right elbow is bent and on the floor. Now push that right foot away, but pull it in with the strap. So you're working arm and leg here. Good. Relax that isometric, and then see if that right leg will go a little more open to the right, just however far feels good out to the right. Once you get to that full range, then you're going to push the foot away and pull it in with the strap. Relax that isometric. Nice and slow, bring the right foot back up, straight up to the ceiling. Switch hands, so hold that strap, both ends of the strap in the left hand, right arm at your side, right palm is up. Let's slide our left leg out, left foot is flexed. Inhale, with your exhale, take the right leg over to the left. Just go a little bit and then pause. So this is a deep stretch for our outer hip and thigh. It'll get into that glute and piriformis. And then little by little, maybe you could go a little further. It's okay to roll onto the left hip. Just go in little increments. You can slide the strap down, the hand down the strap. So just go as far over to the left as feels good. If you want to keep that right leg higher, that's fine. You can roll. So Kyoko, you're going to stretch your left leg out on the mat. And then you can bring that right foot all the way over across. However far it wants to go. You can roll onto that left hip. Yep, there you go. Sometimes we keep that left knee bent and we only go a little bit. If it becomes too much, you can bring the right leg higher up. Push the right foot away from you. Pull it in with the strap. So use some opposing energy here. And then relax that nice and slow. Use your core. Bring the right foot back up. Good. Bend your right knee and hug that right knee in. You can take that strap off the right foot. And you can bend your left knee and have that left foot on the floor. Just hug the right knee in. Let that right leg relax. Let your hands relax. So a lot of that holding the strap, you're working on your hand strength, your grip strength. Let's bring our right foot down to the mat. Adjust your hips and shoulders. Get even. We're going to take the strap and wrap it around the bottom of the left foot. And we'll stretch the left foot up to the sky. Hold each end of the strap in each hand. Push the left foot up towards the ceiling, but pull it down with the hands around that strap, right? We're pulling the foot down with the strap, but we're pushing the foot away into the strap. So feel that strengthening the leg muscles. So your thigh muscles especially are working here. And that little bit of pressure compresses the bone and it helps to build bone cells, new bone cells. Good. Relax that isometric. Hold both ends of the strap in the left hand. Right arm at your side, right palm is up. We'll keep our right knee bent here. We're going to inhale and open the left leg out to the left, maybe halfway. Even if you can go further, just go about halfway. Push the left foot away from you. Pull it in with the strap. Feel your bicep. Feel your arm muscles working. Good. Relax that opposition. And then open the left leg, however far feels okay. Keep weight in the right side. You don't want to roll onto the left hip. So we're keeping weight in that right foot, right hip, right shoulder. And just however far that left leg wants to open. Good big inner thigh stretch. Now one more time, push the left foot away from you, pull it in with the hand, with the strap. Good. Relax that nice and slow. Bring the left foot up to the ceiling. We're going to switch. Hold both ends of the strap in the right hand. Left arm at your side. Left palm is up. We're going to slide and stretch that right leg out. Right foot's flexed. Inhale. With your exhale, take the left leg over to the right. Just go a little bit and pause. Go a little further and pause. So it's a really big stretch on the outer leg. And just go in little increments, however far over. You can roll on. Well, I want you to roll onto that right hip. You can bend your right elbow, have your right elbow on the floor. So however far you go over, just see how it feels for you. If it becomes too much, just bring the left foot higher towards the ceiling. So wherever you're at, push the left foot away from you. but pull it in with the strap. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Soften your belly. Feel that stretch on the outer left leg, left glute. Good. Relax the isometric muscle involvement. Use your core nice and slow. Pull that left foot back up. Bend your right knee, right foot to the floor. And then bend your left knee. Take that strap off and hug the left knee in. Just take a few breaths. Bring the left foot down to the mat. Let's do a few wrist circles here. Just working our hands, working our fingers. Just circling the wrist. Circle in the opposite direction. Good. Relax the wrists and then make a little fist and then spread the fingers out. Make a little fist, spread the fingers out. So just working the hands, all those finger joints. Good. Relax the hands. Just shake them out a little bit. Arms come down by your side, palms are up. We're going to go into a bridge pose. So the knees are going to stack over the heels, feet hip width apart. Inhale, with your exhale, press your waistline down into the mat and then lift up one vertebra at a time, however high feels good for you. Tuck the shoulder blades down and under a little bit. Feel the chest expand. Press the shoulder blades or the tops of the shoulders into the floor. Soften your belly. Bottom slightly firm. Breathe. Lift a little higher. We're going to come out of it. Inhale. With your exhale, move the shoulder blades apart. Lower down one vertebra at a time. Once the hips are down, hug the knees into the chest. Roll side to side. Roll it out. Good. Knees to center. Use your core. Feet come down to the mat. You could bring them down one at a time if you need. We're going to do a little bit of dynamic hamstring work. So we're going to keep our left knee bent, left foot on the mat. Stretch your right foot up to the sky. You're going to push up through that right heel. So we're going to be lowering the leg and lifting it. Now we've done this before where we make the lift and lower even. On this one, we're going to lower kind of slow and we're going to lift fast. All right. So keep your waistline pressing down into the mat. We're going to inhale. With your exhale, lower the leg down to the mat and then inhale, swing it up nice and fast. So you can feel that in the back of the leg. Exhale, we're going to lower and inhale, bring it up fast. Go at your own pace. Exhale, lower and inhale, lift it fast. It might go even back a little bit. So you're getting that good stretch. So the exhale is slower, or the lowering is slower than the lift. Good. Do one more lower and one more quick lift. And then bend that knee, bring that right foot down to the mat. Keep your right foot on the mat. Stretch your left foot up to the sky. Push up through that left heel. Inhale first. Exhale, we're going to lower the leg down. Let it tap the floor. And then a fast inhale, lift. Exhale, kind of lower it, kind of slow. And inhale, lift it up quick. So just go at your own pace. Working that left leg, the hamstring, the hip flexors, the thigh. Let's do one more where we lower and one more quick lift. Good. Then bend that left knee, left foot to the mat. Let's rock the hips side to side. Good work. Good. One at a time, stretch the legs out. Let the legs relax. A lot of good leg work there. Let that blood flow, energy move down from the hips, down the legs, all the way down to the feet. Let's wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers. Let's bend our knees, and we're going to roll to our side, either side. Come up to sitting. We're going to go into table pose, hands and knees. Grab a little padding for your knees if you need. You could be on your elbows if that feels better to your shoulders. Just make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. If you're on your hands, wrists under your shoulders. Let's go into our cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin, pull your belly button up. Inhale, melt the heart down to the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your tailbone, lengthen your neck. So go at your own pace. If it feels good to stay rounded and breathe there, feel free to do that. If it feels good to arch the back and squeeze the shoulder blades together, stay there for a few breaths. So really just go at your own pace. Feel your body. Feel the back, feel the shoulders, feel the hips, feel the core. Wherever you're at, come to neutral. Shift your hips side to side. Feel that stretch on the outer hip. Bring the hips to center and shift back into child's pose. Big toes barely touching. Let your knees separate apart a little bit. Let your forehead rest. Take a few nice breaths into the back, into the belly. Good. Let's come up to hands and knees table, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to work a new little move here. So we're going to work our right hip a little bit. Curl your left toes under on the mat and lift your right foot up. So your right knee is bent, your right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And imagine there's a button up on the ceiling, and lift your foot to touch that button and then lower the knee a little. Lift, touch that button with the right toes, lower a little, lift, lower, just a couple. Feel that in the leg. Let's bring that right knee all the way down. Curl your right toes under, and we're going to bend the left knee. Keep your hips pretty level, and the left toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Imagine there's a button up there, and just lift and try to touch that button, and then lower the knee a little. It doesn't come down to the ground. Lift, lower a little, lift, pull your belly in, lower a little. Do a couple more. Just get this movement, get this feel. One more lift, and then bring that left knee all the way down. Shift back into child's pose, a couple breaths. Wobble the hips and shoulders a little side to side. So good leg work, good hip work, good glute work, hamstrings. Good. Come up to hands and knees table. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Reach your right hand forward. Right thumb up towards the ceiling. Spread your fingers. We're going to bring that right arm out to the side and then bring that right hand to the back. Your palm is facing the ceiling, to the waist. Good. And then inhale, bring the arm forward, reach it forward. Thumb is up towards the ceiling. We're going to do 4 more of those. We're going to bring that right hand back to the waist. Your palm is up. And then inhale, bring it forward, reach forward. Your right arm's up by your ear if possible. Exhale, bring it back. Palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, bring it forward. Keep that belly pulling in. One last time, bring the right hand back by the waist level. Palm is up. And one more, reach it forward. And then bring the right hand down. So good shoulder work. Now, left arm reaches forward. Spread the fingers, left thumb up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, bring it out to the left. Back around to your low back, to your waist. Your palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, bring the left hand forward, thumb is up. Exhale, out to the left, back around, palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, bring it forward, reach it forward. 2 more. Exhale, bring it to the low back or the waist, palm up. Inhale, forward. And last one, exhale, bring it back. So you're rotating that shoulder, palm faces the ceiling, and inhale, reach it forward. Bring that left hand down, shift back into child's pose. A few wrist circles or wiggle the fingers. Good, breathe. Okay, come up to hands and knees table. Just going to do a little bit of hip work and then we'll get up to standing. So we're going to come into a side pose. Let's bring the right foot off the mat back behind you. And we're going to stack the right, kind of for gate pose. So we're going to stack our right hip over our right knee. And the left leg is stretched out. But I want those left toes pointing out. For gate pose, we turn the ankle. But this time we're going to point those toes out to the left. So this right hip is over the right knee. And hands on the hips. Yeah, there you go. We're going to bend our left knee and kind of lunge to the left and then come back to center with right hip over right knee. We're going to do 4 more of those. Lunge, bend that left knee and lunge to the left. Come back up to center. Lunge to the left. Come back up to center. Let's do 2 more. Lunge to the left. Back up to center. Yeah, you probably need padding for the knees if you don't have it there already. And 1 more lunge to the left. And then back up to center. Let's bring that left knee in. And let's stretch our right leg out. So your left hip over left knee, but face those right toes out, not towards the front. They're facing out to the right, hands on the hips. And we're going to bend that right knee and lunge over to the right. And come back to center with left hip over left knee. 4 more. Lunge to the right. Back up to center. Lunge to the right. Back up to center. Let's do 2 more. Lunging to our right. Back to center. Last one. Lunge to the right. And then back up to center. Let's bring that right knee in. We're going to go into a short lunge to come up to standing. So if you'd like a better way to get up to standing, meet us there. Bring your strongest leg or dominant leg forward. It's short, that front knee over your front ankle. Back toes curled under. You can have your hands on your front thigh. Pull your core in, and we're going to push off and step forward, trying to come straight up. Good. Shake it out. You got to step over that padding if you had padding there. Let's scoot that padding off to the side. Separate the feet a little wider than your hips. And we're going to take a few side swings. So even out that left side, that right side. Let the hips turn. Let the opposite heel lift. And I want you to pull the belly in and up. Good. Slow that down. Grab your yoga strap. And you only need half of it. So fold it in half. We're going to do that same little side swing. Have your hands, I don't know, maybe 2.5 feet apart. Feet a little wide. We're pulling that strap apart the whole time. We're going to inhale and lift the strap to the right. Lift your left heel. And then exhale back down to center. Your heel comes down. Inhale, lift to the left. Your right heel lifts. Exhale, come back down. So pull the belly in and up. Keep pulling that strap apart. Maybe the arms go a little bit back behind the ears. It just depends on your shoulder mobility. It depends on, your chest, your upper back. It's okay if those arms stay forward from your face, but maybe they come by your ears or a little bit back. Just see what kind of range of motion. You might be able to do it on one side and not the other. Let's take one more time. Strap comes up to the right. And one more time, strap comes up to the left. And then back down to center. We can set the strap aside. Feet hip width apart. Let's take a few shoulder rolls up and back and down. Give that isometric resistance. Push up against something, push back against something, pull down against that something imaginary. Give yourself resistance. Let's alternate one back and the other back. My necklace. I got to fix my necklace. The little clasp is breaking. All right. We come to center, shake that out a little bit. We're going to do a side stretch. So feet hip width apart, and it's going to be a little bit of a balance. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Relax your shoulders down. Take your right hand, hold your left wrist. Take your left foot and cross it in front of your right. So your left foot's in front. And then we're going to lean to the right. And you can look straight ahead, you can look down, or you can look up towards the ceiling. Pull the belly in. Breathe, balance. Good. Inhale the arms to center. Arms come down, uncross the ankles. Shake it out. Feet hip width apart. Inhale the arms up, palms face. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Take your left hand, hold your right wrist. Cross your right ankle in front of the left. And then exhale, lean to the left. So the right foot's in front, but you're leaning to the left. Look straight ahead. You can look down or you can look up. Usually looking up is a little more of a challenge. Pull the belly in. Pull that right side and left side of the belly together like you're trying to zip up tight pants, but breathe. We're going to inhale and come up. Exhale, lower the arms and uncross the ankles. Shake out the arms. Separate your feet a little wider than the hips. And we'll shake it out. Good work. Slow that down. Grab your yoga strap. We're going to open it all the way. We'll hold it, feet are hip width apart. We're going to hold it in front of the legs, maybe about 2.5 feet apart. Pull it apart, pull the belly in, pull right side and left side of the belly as if you're trying to fit that belly in those tight pants. Inhale, we're going to lift the strap up overhead, keep pulling it apart. Exhale, we're going to lower it. The whole time the strap's pulling apart. Inhale, we're going to lift it. So we did something similar on our back. When we were down on our back, exhale, lower it. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. One more exhale, lower. And then relax the strap. Take a few little shoulder rolls. Keep the strap in your hands. Good. Pull that strap apart again. We're going to inhale, lift it up overhead. We're going to bend the elbows. So elbows in line with your shoulders. And we want the wrist kind of in line with the elbows. So the hands not too wide here, kind of like goddess or a goalpost. And the strap's right behind the head, kind of behind ear level. Now I want you to pull it apart. You're probably going to feel it, the arms shake. They should be shaking. If the arms are not shaking, pull harder. Lift the heart. Pull the belly in, zip it up. Keep pulling it apart as you slowly lift it. The higher you get, it'll kind of start shaking. Keep pulling it apart and lower down in front. Good. A few shoulder rolls. Up and back and down. Good. Relax the shoulders. Pull the strap apart. We're going to go all the way up and over. So you'll slide the hands down the strap to make it wider. So pull the strap apart. Inhale it up overhead. Slide the hands and bring the arms back behind you. So widen those hands as much as they need to. Bring the strap however low feels okay. Pull it apart, lift it up and over. We're going to do 2 more of those. Keep the belly pulling it up and don't overarch the back when the strap goes behind you. Don't bow the back. Really pull those ribs in. Notice if one arm is stronger or one elbow wants to bend. We're going to do 1 more up and over and behind us. And 1 more up and over and in front of us. And then you can set that strap aside. Take a few side swings. Separate the feet a little wider than the hips. Good work. Really relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders. Good. Slow that down. We're going to come into a wide leg stance for goddess. So toes are going to angle out. We're going to bend our knees. Lift your arches. Try to track your knees over the 2nd and 3rd toe. Shoulders over the hips. Inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Turn your palms forward. Now bend the elbows. You're in that cactus arm shape. Good. We're going to straighten the legs a little, not all the way. Keep a little tiny bend and then re-bend the knees. Let's do 2 more of those. Straighten, but not all the way. And bend. Straighten, but not all the way. And bend. Now stay with your knees bent. Lift your right heel. Lower your right heel. Lift your left heel. Lower the left heel. Good. And straighten the legs nice all the way. Lower the arms down. Heel toe the feet in. Good. Shake out arms, shake out legs. Let's take a few side swings. I like that to even out our hips a little bit, the hip joint, spine, the back. Good. Let that slow down. Let's come down onto our mat. Come down to sitting. If you want to practice coming down the way we came up, your strong leg's going to go forward. Your back one's going to go back. You lower down to the knee, just kind of backwards of how we got up. Bring that other knee down. You're in a high kneeling, and then you can swing the feet around. Bring those feet in front of you. Let's lean back on the hands. Just windshield wiper the legs. We did a lot of hip and leg work. Good. Let's come down onto our back. Grab 1 yoga block. Come down onto your back. We're going to keep our, we're going to hold that block in between our hands. And we're going to press the block together. Now I want you to press your waistline down into the mat. Imprint your spine into the mat as if you could see the little imprint of all the vertebrae. Keep that waistline pressing down. Keep squeezing the block with the arms. It's just over your chest. Now nice and slow, stack your right knee over your right hip. Stack your left knee over your left hip. Press that waistline down. Squeeze the block. We're going to do toe taps. Tap your right toes down. Lift them. Tap your left toes down. Lift. And the foot doesn't have to, the toes don't have to touch the mat. If you can't keep that waistline down, you can just lower the foot a little bit. But you want to keep waistline down, keep your spine imprinting in the floor, keep squeezing the block. You're doing good. Just do the best you can. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to take 1 more right toes tap down or lower, 1 more left toes lower, and then hug the knees in. Set the block off to the side. And we're going to roll side to side. Roll it out. Good work. Upper back, arms, core, legs. Bring the knees to center. Use your core. Feet come down to the mat. We're going to take this block under the low back, under the sacrum into a supported bridge. So knees bent, feet on the floor. We're going to lift our hips up and slide that block under those last 5 vertebrae. Good. We're going to pick up the right knee, stack it over the right hip. Pick up the left knee, stack it over the left hip. Keep your legs in that 90-degree angle. Let's work our pelvic floor. We're going to open the knees wide. Stack the knees back over the hips. So nice and slow and controlled. Just opening the knees and bringing the knees back over the hips. Feel it, be mindful. There's no set number you have to do. I want you to just really feel the muscles. One more, open the knees. One more, stack the knees over the hips. We're going to bring just our right foot down. And then just our left foot down. Good. Let's slide that right foot out. So your right heel on the floor, let your right toes kind of fall out to the right. Just let the weight of the hips and the low back rest on that block. You don't have to hold yourself up. So let all those muscles relax. Just melt down over that block. Whole right leg is relaxed. Breathe into your belly. Good. Let's rebend that right knee. Slide that right foot in. Your right foot's on the floor. And then we'll slide that left foot out, left heel on the floor. Let the left toes fall out to the left. Relax. Let the whole weight of the hips and the low back just be on that block. Breathe into your belly. You don't have to hold yourself up. Just like that piece of dough, you're just kind of melting. The body's melting over that block. The deeper you can breathe, the more those muscles will relax, especially your psoas. Psoas muscle really rests on that diaphragm in the belly, and it knows if you're not breathing, and it tightens up. It's a tricky little muscle. Let's rebend that left knee, left foot to the floor. Good. Walk the feet back towards your hips a little bit. Engage your core, engage your glutes, lift your hips up off that block enough to slide the block out, and then lower down one vertebra at a time. Once your hips are down, bring the knees in, hands on the knees, and we're going to circle the knees in a clockwise circle. Nice, slow, clockwise circle all around where that block was. You might feel a little heat or warmth there where that block was, because there's a lot of good blood flow coming there when your low back was resting there. Like if you cross your legs and you uncross them, you see kind of a red mark where your legs were crossed. That's blood flow there, where there was a little bit of weight there. Let's go both knees counterclockwise now. So when we bring blood flow to areas, it's very healing. It nourishes the muscles and the joints. Let's bring our knees to center. Use your core. Feet come down to the mat. They can come down one at a time. You're going to now set up for your final relaxation. So see if you need any more movement, stretch, twist, see if there's anything the body wants before you settle down for your final relaxation. See if you want your legs stretched out or your knees bent or some kind of prop, a bolster or a blanket under the knees or blocks under the backs of the thighs. See what would feel good. Little tuck of your chin, relax your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. If possible, your palms are up. Tuck the shoulders down and under a little bit to open the chest and work the back a little bit. Work on those belly breathing. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Nice, slow belly breaths. When you inhale, feel the body inflating gently, like a pool raft, like an inner tube raft or something. Exhale, feel the body deflate gently. Using your breath to inflate the body on the inhale and slightly deflate the body on the exhale. Here's our reading again. I mentally picture myself radiant, strong, successful, happy, full of joy, and full of life. I see myself moving upwards. I leave behind the darkness and confusion to enter an increasing brightness and loveliness. I visualize myself progressing, growing, and winning at everything I do. As you're in your final relaxation, see yourself strong, healthy, happy, vibrant, winning at everything you do. You're exactly where you need to be. Everything is happening in your favor. Bring gratitude for everything you already have. Take a nice inhale, a complete exhale. Bring some movement to the body, small movements, medium movements, maybe some bigger movements. See what feels good for your body. And then when you're ready, make your way up to sitting. We'll sit tall. Tailbone moves back a little, heart lifts a little. Relax your shoulders down. We'll hold the belly in and up. Feel the breath. Let the breath come into the low belly. We'll end with one sun breath. We'll bring the fingertips down beside us. Let's inhale, hands come up, let the palms touch. And then exhale, bring the thumbs down to the heart. So symbolizing, honoring ourselves, honoring our body, honoring each other, honoring our practice. Thank you for spending some time to do yoga with me tonight. This ends our class. Namaste. Good. Take yourself off mute. Let me know how it went. If you need to get going, give me a little wave and we'll catch up next time. Bye, Dana.
Hi, Becky. That was a great class.
Good. Good, good. Glad you liked it.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Good.
That I think I need that video because you hit a couple of spots that I haven't been able to hit before, and I was moaning and groaning in here like you wouldn't believe. It's a good thing you're on mute.
Good.
Me too, Becky. I'll take a recording of that one. I like that.
Okay. Okay. So Dee and Janet recording.
And Maggie, please.
Maggie. Let me write it down so I don't forget.
Me too.
Okay.
Boy, that thing where we
Maggie.
were reaching forward and then around back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
right?
hard. And then when we were leaning to the side on the one opening the
That
one
hip.
hip,
Me
Yeah,
too.
that
Me
hip.
too. Me too. Me too.
Anna, okay.
Yeah.
And
this was-
Sharon, did you want it? Sharon wanted it. I think you're on mute, Sharon.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And
me,
Asia
would you
too.
add my name also?
Asia, I got Asia.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Kyoko, you want it?
Yes, please.
Kyoko wants it. Okay. Well, this was a winner tonight, huh?
Maybe,
Strap
maybe you should add it to your YouTube because that's
Yeah.
a really good one.
Maybe.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh.
If
Good.
we didn't have to watch it within 7 days, we would so take it. But if you add it to your YouTube, we definitely do it again. I thought
Okay.
where you stood on crossed your legs and worked your
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, that's very good too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, our shoulders are on fire. And then
Yeah.
what I want to know is, how do you know every time I'm not holding my belly in? Oh, you're zip it up.
Because I'm not. I feel it let go and I'm like, oh, pull it in.
I have a baggy shirt on.
So Becky, could you explain what is making the arms, move?
Oh, I really don't know, but I don't know what makes them shake, but I
They
always tell
shake
people
like
if they're
hell.
not shaking, pull harder, and it just gets all of that in the back. Yeah.
But do you know if the result of shaking is something? I assume it's something positive, right?
I think so. Good question, Anna. I don't know, but I think it is positive.
Yeah, maybe it's just relaxation or some other stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, it's isometric, it's
Yeah.
you're pulling, it's an isometric move that's and then of course then when we come out of it, the
Mhm.
muscles go, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really know how to explain why, but other than isometric, like when we push that foot against the strap but pull the strap in, it's really working those muscles, and those
yeah.
thigh muscles hug the bone. And when it hugs the bone goes, oh, I'm working here. I need to build bone. And it's the body's amazing. It starts to stimulate that bone building. So just through the isometric, I'm going to say is why the arms shake like that.
Mm. That's great. I
So.
love it.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You all have a wonderful class, and I'll see about maybe putting that on my YouTube channel.
That'll be great.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Becky.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Have a great evening.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Bye.
good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.